Assalamualaikum and hello everyone. We are Group 5 and today we will present on two important institutions, the Ministry of Youth and Sports Malaysia and the Ampang Jaya Municipal Council, MPAJ. The Ministry of Youth and Sports Malaysia or KBS is a federal ministry shaping national youth and sports policies. It empowers young people through leadership, skill development and sports excellence, supported by agencies like the National Sports Council, National Sport Institute and the Youth Skill Institutes. The Ampang Jaya Municipal Council or MPAJ is the local authority governing Ampang Jaya in Selangor. Established in 1992, it oversees urban planning, local development and public service across 143 square kilometres bordering Kuala Lumpur. MPAJ plays a central role in managing rapid urbanization, maintaining infrastructure and ensuring community welfare in the Klang Valley region. The Ministry of Youth and Sports Malaysia focuses on empowering youth and advancing sports. It promotes healthy lifestyles, manages athletes and facilities, and oversees youth organisation. The Ministry also enforces the national sports development, ensuring integrity and accountability in youth and sports development nationwide. The Ministry of Youth and Sports Malaysia is led by the Minister, supported by the Deputy Minister and the Secretary General. Under this leadership, there are key divisions such as National Department of Youth and Sports, Human Resource Management, Sports Development, and specialist units like Legal, Audit, Corporate Communication, and Anti-Doping. The Ministry of Youth and Sports Malaysia is structured into 5 key components. Firstly, the Youth Division manages youth policy and training institutions. Secondly, the Sports Division oversees sport administration and athlete development with bodies like NSC and ISM. Next, the Administrative Support Units handle policy, finance, HR, audit, integrity, and communications. In addition, at the state level, 14 Department of Youth and Sports implement localist program. Finally, statutory bodies and councils such as MPBN and the Stadium Corporation provide advice, registration facilities, and international engagement. The Ampang Jaya Municipal Council or MPAJ is a local authority that protects the environment, promotes sustainable development, and monitors public health. It maintains infrastructure like parks, roads, drainage, manages waste and sanitation, and enforces local laws. The organizational chart of MPAJ begins with the council members at the top, followed by the president and the secretary. Below them are several departments such as legal, corporate and IT, audit, finance, treasury, building management, and others. This chart shows how responsibilities are divided across specialist departments, ensuring law enforcement and welfare services are delivered effectively to the community. The Ampang Jaya Municipal Council or MPAJ is structured with council members, the president and the deputy secretary as its leadership. Its key components include the legal department, integrity division, internal audit, corporate and IT, finance, engineering, planning, treasury and community development. Additional components are the building department, licensing and enforcement, urban service and health, and community affairs and landscape, while ensuring effective governance, infrastructure and community programs.
The legal framework of the Ministry of Youth and Sport KBS Malaysia included acts, policy and regulation related to the sport and youth development, such as the Sport Development Act 1967 and the National Sport Council Act. The ministry is also a subject to the Border Public Sector Law that regulate financial management, accountability and organizational governance. It is a legal unit ensure that compliance with the Federal Constitution of the Malaysia and provide a legal advisory support. Firstly, we have the Financial Procedure Act 1957, regulated the financial management of the government ministry, including KBS. By controlling the collection, custody, and expenditure of the public fund, it ensures that all the spending follow approval budget, and the procedure promoting accountability and proper use of the government resource. The Audit Act 1957 provides for the auditing of the public account by the Auditor General, including of the KBS. It ensures that financial statements are properly prepared and that public funds are used effectively, enhance the transparency and the accountability in the ministry. Next, we have the Government Contract Act 1949, governance, how the contracts are made on the behalf of the government, including procedure activity in KBS. It ensures that the contracts are legally valid and properly authorized and reduce the risk of the misuse of the public funds and the straining the financial control. Next, we have a treasury instruction. Provide the detailed guidelines on the financial procedure such as a payment procedure and asset management with the KBS that ensure that all the financial transactions are conducted in accordance with the established rule, supporting an effective financial management and internal. The legal framework of the Majlis Pembandaran Ampang Jaya we call as MPAJ is primarily governed by the Local Government Act 1976, which established its authority over financial management, revenue collection and service delivery. In addition, Undang-Undang Kecil UUK regulated license, cleanliness and safety while generating a revenue through the fee and the fine to support accountability. Firstly, the Local Government Act 1976 served as a primary legislation governing MPAJ. It outlined the structure, power and responsibility of the local authority, including its authority to collect the revenue such as the assessment tax, license and service charge. This act ensured that MPAJ manage its financial resource responsible and remain controllable and accountable to the public in delivering the local service. Undang-Undang Kecil UUK is regulate a local activities such as business operation, parking and public facility. This UUK not only support a local government governance and the public order, but also contribute to the revenue generation through the fee and the fine, thereby supporting the council financial sustainability. Next, Auditing Act 1957 also play an important role by providing for the auditing of FPAG financial statement by the Auditor General. This ensures that the Council accounts are accurate, transparent and comply with the legal requirement, thereby strengthening the accountability and the public trust. Lastly, we have a Financial Procedure Act 1957. Regulate to the financial procedure of the MPAJ, including to manage the fund, control the expenditure, and preparing of the financial record. It ensures that all the financial transactions are carried out in accordance with the established rule and approved budget, promoting effectively and responsible with the public fund. Let's look at the organization structure of the accounting department at the Ministry of Youth and Sport KBS. The department is led by the Chief Accountant Siti Aisyah Abdul Qadir, who are oversee the entire financial strategy and integrity of the ministry. Supporting to the leader closely, Siti Rohani Abdul Rashid, who are served as the Deputy Chief Accountant under the Management Accounting Unit. In this organization, we have 8 accountants, and we have 4 the main functional pillar, or we call as a unit, to ensure that smooth financial operation. First, we have the financial accounting, management accounting, consultation and monitoring. Lastly, we have administration. This slide focuses on the role responsibility for the accounting department at KBS. Firstly, improve the accountability and transparency of the ministry accounting and financial management. Second, provide equity and integrity-based ministry financial statement. Third, we have provide equity advisor service to the Responsibility Center (PTJ) on accounting and financial issue in line with the best practice. Fourth, we have ensured that the accounting and financial management system of the ministry and agency always comply with the current regulation in force. Fifth, we have assisting and ministry top management in making effective decisions. Let's move on to the local government structure for the Majlis Pembandaran Ampang Jaya. As shown in the chart, the department is led by the Bendahari, who is the head of the entire department, Mrs. Mazatu Hanisa. Under the Bendahari, department is divided into a several specialist division with 4 accountants. First, we have the accounting division, budget division, and administrative division. This slide focuses on the role responsible of the MPAJ, preparing of the council annual financial statement, regulate the receipt and expenditure of the special appropriate receipt by the Majlis, prepare report on receipt and refund of the collateral and the submission to the Unclaimed Money Act 1965, recording the receipt and delivery of the letter and memo, prepare, maintain, update all the financial record and report correctly and systematically in accordance with the accounting regulation and procedure. Now, let's look at how decisions are made within the department. Step 1. The process starts when a unit identifies a need or request and prepare the relevant document for submission to the account division. Second step, accounts officer review document, verify accuracy, ensure compliance with the regulation. Step 3, accountants review the work based on the decision in evaluation part, then approve submit into the chief accountant. Fourth step, Once approved, actions are executed and processing payment or allocating budget, and all the transactions are recorded for a monitoring and auditing purpose.
First, in terms of governance, Ministry of Youth and Sport implements governance through the Sport Development Act 1997. Based on Section 3, the Minister has the power to issue guidelines for sport development. Under Section 14, the Minister can also give instruction to the Commissioner of Sport to control and supervise sport bodies. In addition, Section 10 and 11 show the appointment of the Commissioner of Sport as a regulatory body. This shows the governance is implemented through clear laws and structure. Next, in terms of accountability, Ministry of Youth and Sport has an integrity unit that plays an important role. This unit uses anti-corruption policies as a guide to carry out prevention, education, and enforcement activities. It also organizes training, seminars, and awareness programs to ensure all staff follow ethical standards. The unit monitors compliance, receives complaints, and takes action on misconduct cases, including reporting to authorities. Lastly, in terms of stewardship, Ministry of Youth and Sport is guided by the National Sport Vision 2030. The ministry focuses on developing athletes systematically through training, sport science, and professional support. It also ensures the optimal use of sport facilities by developing and use them effectively. In conclusion, the Ministry of Youth and Sport implement governance through law, accountability through the integrity unit, and stewardship through strategic planning, such as the National Sport Vision 2030. First, in terms of governance, MPAJ implements governance through policies and planning. MPAJ ensures that all programs are aligned with the policies of the Ministry of Youth and Sport and local development plans. In addition, committees and planning units play a role in monitoring youth and sport development. The integrity unit and internal audit are also involved to ensure all decisions are made in a transparent and ethical way. Next, in terms of accountability, MPAJ focus on financial control. This includes budgeting and auditing processes of youth and sport program. In addition, the procurement process for sport facilities is carried out transparently. Monitoring by the integrity unit is also important to prevent any misuse of public funds. Lastly, in terms of stewardship, MPAJ manage and protect public resources by ensuring that sport facilities are well maintained and upgraded. MPAJ also support grassroots sport development such as futsal. Besides that, MPAJ organize community sport program and activities to increase your participation. In conclusion, MPAJ practices good governance through systematic planning, transparent financial control, and effective resources management for the benefits of the community.
Next is allocation and evaluate the effectiveness of the programs. Malaysia's budget 2026 shows a strong commitment to developing sports at all levels, from elite athletes to the general public. Budget allocation stated that in 2035, sport industry received 389.9 million and increased 50%, which amount 584.9 million in 2026. The budget focused on four key areas. First, high performance sports received 155 million to develop elite athletes through better coaching, sports science, and international exposure, aiming for Olympic success. Second, SEA Games and ASEAN Para Games preparation is allocated 120 million, covering training, athlete preparation, and logistics to strengthen national performance. Third, the largest allocation of 280.9 million goes to infrastructure and facilities, including upgrading stadiums, training centers, and public sports spaces across the country. Finally, grassroots sports development received 20 million to promote participation through school programs, community events, and fitness campaigns. Overall, effective fund management and balance between elite and grassroots development remain important challenges. Program 1, Road to Gold or RTG under Malaysia Budget 2028. RTG is a high-performance elite sports initiative aimed at helping Malaysia achieve its first Olympic gold medal at the 2028 Los Angeles Olympics. The target group is limited to Olympics medalists and athletes in the world's top 10. It acts as a top-up program, providing elite coaching, sports science support, and international competition exposure. In terms of governance, RTG follows the Financial Procedure Act 1957 for managing the 12 million ringgit allocation and the Audit Act 1957 for financial monitoring. It is also aligned with RMK 30 and Ekonomi Madani and use outcome-based budgeting to link funding with performance. The program has several key advantages. First, strategic resource concentration, where funding is focused on a small group of elite athletes to provide world-class training. Second, performance-based accountability using outcome-based budgeting or BB, where funding depends on results like a world ranking and medals. Third, national branding, where international success boosts national pride and global recognition. However, there are some disadvantages. There is a high concentration risk as success depends on a few athletes. There are also opportunity cost concerns as funds could be used for grassroots sports. And lastly, the program is sensitive to inflation, especially due to overseas training costs. Comparing 2025 and 2026, high performance funding increased from 135 million ringgit to 150 million. RTG now has a dedicated 12 million ringgit allocation instead of being part of general funds. At the same time, 120 million ringgit is allocated for SEA Games and Asian Para Games preparation. In conclusion, RTG is focused strategy to achieve Olympic success, but it must be carefully managed to balance risk and ensures long-term impact. Next, I will present Program 2, National Sport Facility Maintenance. This program focuses on restoring and maintaining public sports facilities led by MPAJ in the Ampang Jaya districts. The main objective is to eliminate 6 facilities and transform old or damaged spaces into safe, functional hubs that support an active lifestyle. In terms of regulatory framework, several policies guide this program. The Local Government Act 1976 gives MPAJ the authority to manage community sports facilities. MPAJ also follows its financial standing orders, ensures transparent tender processes. Under Ekonomi Madani, priority is given to high-density areas like Pandan Indah and Cempaka to ensure fair access. Additionally, the e-invoicing mandate in 2026 improved accountability by tracking contractor payment digitally. This program has several advantages. First, asset stewardship, where existing facilities are maintained to avoid become unused white elephants and reduce the cost of building new ones. Second, social equity, ensuring low-income communities have access to safe and modern sports facilities. Third, it creates an economy multiplier effect as hiring local contractors generates jobs and support the local economy. However, there are also challenges. There is a monitoring complexity as managing many small repair projects requires strict oversight. There is also an operational burden since MPAJ must cover long-term maintenance costs like utilities and staff. Finally, there is a low visibility because maintenance work is less noticeable compared to new development. Now, I will compare the allocation between 2025 and 2026. For facility maintenance, the allocation increased from 136 million ringgit in 2025 to 280.9 million ringgit in 2026, showing a stronger focus on upgrading and maintaining sport facilities. For infrastructure development, it was under a general allocation in 2025, while in 2026, it is clearly stated as 304.9 million ringgit. For school sports fields maintenance under the Ministry of Education, the allocation is 25 million ringgit, focused on basic maintenance. Overall, the 2026 budget shows more structures and higher investment in sport infrastructures and facility maintenance compared to 2025.
Next, future prospect of Ministry of Youth and Sport. The federal budget 2026 allocates 1.18 billion ringgit, reflecting strong government commitment to youth and sport development. One of the future prospects include Visi Sukan Negara 2030, which aims to strengthen national unity, participation, improve public health and well-being, nurture youth talent, and grow the sport economy as a new national industry. Other than that, esports are projected not just as youth entertainment, but as a new economic sector capable of contributing significantly to Malaysian digital economy. In addition, KBS also focuses on producing more quality leaders with integrity to empower future generation in leadership roles, to adding a significant value to the country. Next, future prospect for Ampang Jaya Municipal Council (MPAJ). In 2026, MPAJ allocate 185 million ringgit for community development, sport, and essential public services. This budget lays the foundation to strengthen public trust and improve residents' quality of life. Building on this, MPAJ introduced the Strategic Plan 2026 to 2030, focusing on quality service delivery, innovation, and sustainable urban management to ensure long-term efficiency and resilience. To support these goals, the Local Plan 2035, gazetted in 2025, outlined land use zoning, redevelopment areas, and infrastructure upgrades. A key highlight is the proposed Ampang Jaya Retirement City, addressing the needs of the aging population. Finally, between 2026 to 2030, MPAJ will emphasize community development by enhancing public facilities, expanding sport and recreational spaces,
and creating vibrant hub to elevate satisfaction and engagement. As the conclusion, Budget 2026 strengthened the government's commitment to youth and sport development through KBS, ensuring infrastructure, talent growth, and international competitiveness. At the same time, MPAJ's advancement towards City Council status highlight improved governance, urban planning, and community services. Together, these initiatives reflect a unified focus on empowerment, accountability, and sustainable progress for Malaysian society.